The sign this week says our story matters. I was thinking about the stories that people shared last night at the steak fry about their journey with cancer. And I remember the very first year we had the steak fry, Nancy and Al just started coming to church. And I went to visit Al in the hospital because he was being treated for cancer. And he made very clear to me that I will be at the steak fry. Well, he didn't make it, but he's been there ever since, right in here. And today we celebrate his anniversary. I was thinking if any one of us dropped off the face of the earth later today, I'm sure the course of history would not be changed. But for those people that you love and are close to you, if we left this world, our story would matter to them. Because we may be kind of puny in the cosmic stream of things, but in the life of somebody you love, in the life of those that depend on you, your story really matters and stands for something. One of you put a picture on Facebook the other day. I'm sure some of you saw it. It was a sheep in the woods and it was full of mud, and the sheep looked lost. And then off in the distance, you could see Jesus running after the sheep. And I thought to myself, sometimes I feel like that muddy sheep. There are times when I feel lost in the middle of the forest all by myself. Sometimes I can be lost with my own preoccupation with my journey and all I think that's important. Maybe sometimes I lost in those things I'm worried about and frazzled and hurting for somebody else. And then I realize, all you got to do is turn around. And Jesus is running after us. And maybe once in a while we need to stop and turn around and just allow Jesus' Spirit to come into our life and let us know that we aren't alone, that there's a higher power that gives us the strength to get through that muddy forest. You know, the world can be overwhelming at times. And I know some of you in your journey can be overwhelming. And my guess is a lot of us have moments when we feel kind of depressed and a little bit lost. We have those moments when we have lost our way, where that fire and that sense of purpose is not what it used to be. And like that lost sheep in the forest, it's important to stop and turn around and kind of regroup and know that we are not alone, that we share this journey together, and we share this journey with a humble carpenter who teaches us what's important and what's not. I mentioned this morning in my little thought that I put on Facebook once in a while, this young man named Austin. And for the last couple of years, he has a lemonade stand. And I guess last year, according to the newspaper article, because he was honored at one of the village meetings, he raised $7,000 during the year with his lemonade stand. And he hopes to break his record this year. And I was just thinking, you know, battling cancer is a billion-dollar industry. Billions of dollars, the research and all that kind of stuff. And so here's this kid that has a lemonade stand. And what difference is that going to make? Well, the difference is he's doing something. It's a little something. But he's doing it because he cares about people that go through that journey. And it's not just about the money, it's about inspiring people like you and me to sometimes when we get a little bit depressed or into ourselves, we just got to get up and do something, as little as that something may be. I was really embarrassed yesterday because I was thinking about his lemonade stand, and I took Q home, and I drove down our block, and a couple of the kids down the street had a lemonade stand. But I was in a hurry to get him home to get back for the steak fry, and so I just drove right by him. And I thought to myself, Don. So I get back to church, and as I pull into the parking lot, I just feel a bunch of Lutheran guilt. And so I turned around and went back to the lemonade stand, and the lemonade stand was not there. So I drove into his driveway. I've never met them. They live down the block. And I knocked on their back door. And I said, "Aren't you the lemonade stand family?" He said, "Yeah, well, they just put it away." And so the kids come to the door. I said, "Can I get a glass of lemonade for $10? So I said, "Forget the lemonade, here's the $10. I said, "Really? I'm just sorry I drove by the first time." And here I am preaching about a lemonade stand, and I drive right by. I don't even listen to my own words sometimes. then you got to stop and you got to turn around and see that Jesus is running after you. Say, Don, if you're going to say it and preach it, then you got to live it. I love the instructions that Jesus gave his disciples. He said, I want you to go out and preach and heal people, but don't take anything. Don't take your bag. Don't take your stick. Don't even take an extra shirt. And I love that way. You just go out and do it, and somehow, some way, it's going to be okay. Now, we can't live like that, but maybe we can. Maybe we can step back and look at our journey, as complicated as it may be, and maybe we can make it just a little bit simpler. And remember, if you are thirsty, if you have one of those days when you feel a little bit empty, if you just need to rest for a few moments, if you want to take a few moments and pretend that you're Lutheran for a while, if you need to use the washroom on LaGrange Road and you're late for an appointment, there's a lemonade stand. It's 13350 South LaGrange Road. And we may not be able to change the world here, but maybe in our own way we can give you just a little bit of strength to live in the world that you're called to make sense of. Sometimes we just need to turn around so we can see Jesus running after us. And he does that every day. Amen. If you're able to, please rise for the creed.